Top of the morning. What's going on, world? Straight to the point. I'm up in here, man, kicking it. NBA championship hangover. Hope everybody feeling all right. Gonna talk some basketball right now. Even though that the season is officially over, but it's not gonna be a short off season, man. I mean, it's not gonna be a long off season. It's gonna be a very short off season. What's up, Sugar? I see you in here, sweetie. Um, you know, Boston wanted it more. Congrats. I know, Sugar, you probably wanted Kyrie and Dallas to win, but Boston was deeper. Boston wanted it more. Boston played better defense. Boston was more aggressive. And the thing about it is they might have not even been shooting that great, But the fact that they were aggressive, that spoke volumes. Yeah, appreciate it. The Cash App is straight to the point, 77. If you like to donate, if you choose to donate. Shout out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball community and as well as boxing community. It's been very busy for uh, both divisions, if you will. Of course, in boxing, we got a lot to talk about. And of course, in basketball, we got a lot to talk about. The NBA season is officially over. However, this is a big off season, despite what some people want to try to downplay. What's up, Ted? Said Kyrie because he showed. You know what, Ted? Honestly, nah, I'm not even gonna look at it that way because as a because this is Kyrie's first time as a leader, in the finals. Now I understand what you're saying in terms of okay, he's been there. He's been there before. He hit the biggest shot on the stage. Now this is going to give a lot of LeBron fans ammunition because they're going to say, okay, well, LeBron when he was on the stage, he never fumbled or anything like that. But that's really not an argument because we all know LeBron has came up short and LeBron has had he's had his difficulties too. But he's still a champion at the end of the day. He's still a champion. They just came up short, and they made the finals. But if anybody needs to be taking some smoke, it's Luka too. Look, I know the stat sheet can be very misleading. I know it can be very misleading, but Luka really didn't play as good as some people think. Um, you got to understand that Luka has a lot of improvement to do in order to take his game to the next level. Um, he is going to have to, for one, he's going to have to lose weight a little bit. Not necessarily body mass. He needs to lose body fat. if that makes any sense. He needs to get a little bit more chiseled. Yeah, maybe lose some weight or whatever, but at the same time, uh, if you do that, you still got to lose some body mass because he's gonna put stress on his knees and his ankles and his joints. I'm not going that fast. There you go. There you go. Crybaby ass. Yeah, and see, it doesn't help. Like, he did come into that's the thing. The last couple of seasons, he did come into shape. I think the season before last, he actually dedicated himself to coming into shape because you got to think about it. He's getting ready to play the Olympics, so he's gonna play the Olympics anyways. So you play the Olympics, but at the same time still be working now. There's always a risk for injury if you play in the Olympics. That's why I don't want guys like Kawhi Leonard. Man, just let Derek White just go ahead and have it. He's a champion. He's younger. Man, let your body heal. That's what I was telling the brother. Pull up. Shout out to BJ, man. Like, no, they don't, man. No, they don't. As a matter of fact, that's a situation where they're gonna have to make some moves. As a matter of fact, it's been rumored. I'm probably gonna have to talk to a couple of people, but it's been rumored that Dallas is interested in Bronny James. I know. Y'all gonna trip out when I say that, but Dallas is interested in Bronny James. Dallas is also interested. It's also been said that Dallas is interested in Klay Thompson, and so is Philly is interested in Klay Thompson, and of course Orlando. Don't get it twisted. People are still going after Klay Thompson. As a matter of fact, I was talking to somebody last night, and they asked me if I would want Klay Thompson on the Sixers. Hell yeah, I want Klay Thompson on the Sixers. Hell yeah. He would be a better. I put to you like this. He's more consistent than Tobias Harris is, and he's more proven than Tobias Harris is. I mean, we're talking about a 4-time champion, and he's won in the last couple of years. J Kidd not playing Hardaway hurt J Kidd coaching legacy. Well, okay, Ted. Listen, man. When we talk about legacy, man, his legacy is always going to be intact. Okay, I mean really, honestly, he really hasn't been coaching that long. Like his coaching tenure has not been as long as some people think. Yes, I know he was with the Bucks back in the day, but it's a learning process. You got to think about it. There were people that were talking down on Pat Riley when he first began. They didn't even know if that thing was gonna work, man. Like, they didn't know if it was gonna work with Showtime. People thought that Pat Riley was nuts. But guess what? Some people thought that Pat Riley hurt his legacy when they lost to Boston, when they lost to the Philadelphia 76ers. But we all understand that there was different circumstances that took place. Now, am I disappointed in Jason Kidd? Yeah, absolutely. And if I'm Michael Finley, if I'm Dirk Nowitzki, if I'm Mark Cuban, If yeah, hell. And I know some people probably gonna disagree with this, but even Steve Nash, even though Steve Nash, but Steve Nash was a player, he can still offer advice. I know some people are gonna be like, well, Steve Nash isn't as accomplished as Jason Kidd, but we're talking about everybody that's in that Dallas culture because it's still Dallas is a culture. Um, I've talked to several people around here. You said Burns Jr. on Sixer. Uh, well, DJ Burns, man, I would like him. I would like to have DJ Burns. I just don't know. I mean, he lost 45 pounds and he's still supposed to. I would like DJ Burns in the 60s. That's going to help us in the half court. That would really help us in the half court. But you got to understand that we're transitioning into a faster pace. You see how Boston has sped up their pace. See, Boston, now you got to look at the teams like Boston. You have to look at the teams like Denver. You definitely got to look at the team like a Minnesota, even though that they lost. You got to look how deep they are, and you also got to look at the pace that they're playing. DJ Burns, as much as I like DJ Burns, is he going to be able to keep up with that pace? Because it's a long, grinded out season. What's up, Matt? Yeah, Daryl Armstrong. I forgot about Daryl Armstrong, man. Another guy that's a Daryl Armstrong. Y'all don't know he like to drink coffee too, man. Yeah, he was but he had a real bad addiction though to coffee or whatever. He used to drink coffee before the games and eat chocolate and stuff. That's why he was so amped up. That little dude, man. That dude could get up, man. But yeah, what I was saying with Dallas, yeah, they definitely do have to address that situation. Somebody needs to get, or just go ahead and leave. If I'm Tim Hardaway Jr., I'm on the phone with my agent. I'm getting up out of there. I'm getting up out of there. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I don't think Tim Hardaway Jr. should be on Dallas anymore. Uh, you're gonna do me like that? Mm-mm. Go somewhere else. I would love to have Tim Hardaway Jr. Nick Nurse, he would use Tim Hardaway Jr. That's another wing because Tim Hardaway Jr. can play the small forward and he can play the shooting guard. That's another wing defender and a wing a 3-and-D guy that we could use. And Tim Hardaway Jr. is a scorer too. He's not. I mean, he doesn't create as well as like a Kyrie or nothing like that. But he can still get off. Why Hardaway Jr. not playing? Yeah, Charles Barkley did. Yeah, he used to be. Yeah, but they have to address that situation. They also got to get deeper. Dallas got to get deeper. You see, part of the reason why Dallas was so lethal in 2011 when they won that championship with Dirk and all them is that they were deep. Yeah, they had older guys, but look who they had. I mean, you had, and a lot of people, they talk about Dirk Dirk Nowitzki and all that, but JJ Barrera was the scoring punch. Then you had JT, you had Jet, you had Jason Terry, you had Sean Marion, you had Tyson Chandler. They had a squad. They were really deep, man. Of course, they had Jay Kidd. You know what I'm saying? They had Deshaun Stevenson. They were deep, man, and that's the difference between now and back then. That's the difference between now and back then. So they definitely need to address that problem. Boston is definitely the team to beat. They're the team that everybody has to beat right now. What is it about Boston that kept them in it? I know some people are going to sit up there and say they had an easy road to the finals and stuff like that. Uh, but they still won. People ain't going to be looking at that. Like I said, I'm going to always go back to the theory about when when the Lakers won the bubble, or when the Bucks won the championship, or when Toronto won the championship. All these championships that people think that, oh, they shouldn't have won it, or there should be an asterisk by it. The 9-9 championship with the Spurs and all that. It's just gonna say NBA championship. So you fast forward now, yeah, we all know what happened and stuff, and it's the internet age, and if this stuff is being documented and stuff like that. But when we become Stone Age, and when we become old, and our years become old, all it's gonna say is NBA championship. That's what we have to look at it like. That's what we have to understand. So, but see, Boston, they got to do what Tatum said that they need to do, which is to go out there and go prove it again next year. Can the Boston Celtics repeat? That's my question. Yeah, banner is a banner, unless it's a in-season tournament banner. I was talking about that yesterday with somebody else about an in-season banner tournament, and I gotta. I'll just let y'all know, man. If y'all don't hear me like cursing as much, man, I'm trying to chill out with all the profanity and stuff, y'all. So sorry if I gotta be a little bit PG-13 or PG. I might have to get rated G out here. But yeah, I mean, yeah, a banner is a banner, and they're not gonna look at it. They're not gonna be like, oh, well, in 2020, man, that was a stimulus package for LeBron and them, and they set that up, man. That was a bubble ring, man. So it's just gonna say NBA championship. Yeah, but like years down the line, they're not gonna be like, oh man, we know what, man. Man, that game didn't even count, man. And they wanted the Lakers to win just so they could pop champagne and all that other stuff. No, they're just it's gonna say the first ever in-season tournament, like 40 years, 50 years, if we're still here. It's just gonna say NBA in-season tournament, the first ever to do it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people are questioning why Jaylen Brown won the Finals MVP. I'm shocked. Did Jaylen Brown deserve to win Finals MVP? Yes, he did. It wasn't about the last game. Look, the last game, yes, Tatum outscored him, but this is why Jaylen Brown should have won the NBA Finals MVP, the Michael Jordan trophy. Just like Bill Wennington, Bulls ring looks the same as Jordan. Yeah, exactly. I think Al Horford will retire. No. He was talking about that last night. I will say this though, Ted. I think, Al Horford, I think he would make a great analyst though. I think, matter of fact, some of these guys are recruiting now. You know what I'm saying? Like they're paying attention to the Charles Barkley. They're paying attention to the Shaquille O'Neal. They're paying attention to the Steve Smiths and the Dennis Scotts and stuff like that. To see a career, I think he has a great career and because he gets along with everybody. He I think did Al Horford win a sportsmanship award? If he hasn't, he should have won a sportsmanship award because that guy, man, he gets along with everybody, man. Him and Mike Conley, you don't never hear nothing about them guys. I think he maybe had like one little debacle or something like that a while back because he does tend to get a little physical. He got physical when he was younger and stuff like that. But oh, he does. He's got a sportsmanship award. When? What year? I gotta see that, man. I kind of figured he would. I'm not surprised that he did. Oh, 2010, yeah, that's right. There you go. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, okay, but yeah, I think he, he has I think he got a career, a post career in being in the media, because he knows how to talk, man. He's on key with his questions. It's like when you talk to some people, you're like, man, this guy should never be behind a microphone again. Like when you talk to some of them guys or whatever, but like with him, you could see him behind a microphone, like a Vince Carter, or you say I got Boston repeating next year. Okay, tell me why. Because a lot of these teams, man, are coming back with vengeance. Look, we can't. I know Ant-Man. A lot of people feel like he fumbled too. Ant-Man been real quiet, man, and that's dangerous. Ant-Man is in the gym right now, man. Ant-Man is in the gym right now. Listen, what happened to Ant-Man this year is the best thing that could have happened to him, because he's gonna come back and he's gonna unleash. In Minnesota too. You said Orlando ain't gonna do anything? I disagree with you on that. Orlando was one of the better teams, man, and they're young. They still have a core. If they keep that young core together, Matt, and you add a Klay Thompson, a veteran who's been in the locker room, they'll be lethal. They'll be better than Cleveland, I'll tell you that much. Because you got to think about it. They took Cleveland. I mean, they took Cleveland to the edge. They pushed them to the edge, man. Nobody expected. I had always talked about Orlando, man. I had always talked about them. And then, listen, I know some people are gonna laugh when I say this, man. I'm not going to sleep on a team like San Antonio either. Now, I'm not saying they're gonna be a contender, but San Antonio is going to be better. Victor Wembanyama, man, he's in the gym right now, man. You said they're going to be a championship after 1 year. It takes time to build a championship contender. Well, yeah. But the thing about it is, though, Matt, is like they have their core together. You got to think about it. That's what Denver did. They had their core together. I'm not saying that they're going to win the championship, man. I'm not. I'm saying Orlando is a threat, though. You know what I'm saying? Just like Indiana's a threat, even though they lost. Orlando's a threat. New York is a threat. I'm still not going to go to sleep on Milwaukee, even though that Dame was Dame didn't have his best playoffs, and they had Giannis hurt. Can't go to sleep on Milwaukee. definitely not going to sleep on my squad. You know what I'm saying? On Philly, if because right now we're in the fight right now to either get Paul George, Klay Thompson, Jimmy Butler. I don't want any like okay with Klay. I would take all of those guys before I take Tobias Harris, but I would like to get somebody like that's more healthier, more fresh, and don't have that much injury history. All them guys, all three of them guys that I mentioned, they have injury history. When you talk about when you talk about a Klay Thompson, when you talk about a Paul George, when you talk about the okay, who Marky Boston. What's fake news, Matt? I mean, what's fake news, Ted? And I think with New York, man, they got to get they're a couple of pieces away. I mean, they got to get deeper. That was one of the things that hurt New York. Actually, they got to get a little bit deeper. They're gonna have some guys. They're gonna have to have some guys that they can rely on in a big stretch. You know what I'm saying? And also they got to be prepared in case a situation with Julius Randle goes down. You said that's cap. The Knicks. The Knicks. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Now I can understand what he's saying. Like if he's looking at it, okay, I'm not gonna say that he's straight out capping like that. You know what I'm saying, Ted? I think like what he's looking at is probably the the Julius Randle situation. Like it now looking back at it, you know what I'm saying? It would have been beneficial to have a Julius Randle because that gave you another score. But we also got to look at it in the same context of okay, how well would Julius Randle have performed? You understand what I'm saying? What's up with it, Wilkes? I see you in here, man. How is it that we see? I don't understand how is it that we start talking about the Knicks and all of a sudden uh Wilkes pop up, man. Come on, Wilkes, man. You on your dipset shit, man. See, I said I wasn't gonna curse, man. Then Wilkes get up in here, man. He start bringing me back to my old habits because he knows how we get down. I say I'm not gonna curse if Wilkes gets on the line, if the nigga T Price gets on the line, if Will Burns gets on the line, if Two Raw or somebody else like that get on the line, or LB or a ticket or somebody, then I go back to my old habits. You know what I'm saying? That ain't fair, but hey, but do you agree though, Wilkes, man? Y'all need a couple of pieces. Y'all got to get deeper. What's his name? Matt said y'all are a piece away. I would only say that if you're talking about Julius Randle, only then okay, yeah, I can understand that, but y'all still got to get deeper because y'all got to build on y'all have to build on what y'all did last season. I gotta blame Wilkes, man. Shoot, man, I gotta blame him, man. He made me go back to man. I'll be up. It's like a nigga, man, that that converted to Islam or something. He trying to be good or something like that, man. Then he go back to his old habits. Nigga go back to smoking weed, drinking, all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Partying, not being disciplined. All right, y'all. Straight to the point, sports and ENT, man. I got to get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Shouts out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball community. Make sure y'all go sub to the homie, the Will Strong Show. Till then, man, straight to the point. I'll get at y'all later.